the Lone Ranger. Silver! Away! A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty Hi-Yo Silver, the Lone Ranger. With his fearless Indian friend Tonto, the daring and resourceful masked rider of the plains, led the fight for law and order in the early West. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again. Hi-Yo Silver! Away! These new gloves are just what I needed. I'm glad we stopped here.
How do they fit?
Fine, just fine.
Well, we'd better be moving along.
Right.
Stop him! He's a thief! Stop him! He's getting away! He stole from me!
All right, young man. Easy now.
Thief, that's what he is! Young good-for-nothing!
He is the thief with his prices. I asked for credit. 25 cents, that's all. And
I don't give credit.
It's not a large amount, I must admit, but
a crime regardless. Sergeant, place that man in the guardhouse.
just a moment, Captain, if you don't mind.
I do mind, sir. This is a military establishment. The law's been broken. Justice must be served. Away with him.
no, you can't do this.
Now I gotta press charges. If I don't, the captain will make my life miserable around here. Ugh.
If it were anywhere else, possibly we could do something.
As the captain said, Tonto, this is a military matter. I'm afraid it's out of our hands.
This isn't fair, I tell you.
That's what they all say, Okati. Thieves. Every man here. Now you are a prisoner like the rest. And for what? Gumdrops?
I had a reason.
Must have been a mighty good one.
Halt where you are!
You know, Kemo Sabe, I feel as though I've seen that young Navajo before. I just can't place him.
Yes, Tonto, I feel the same way. Perhaps it will come to us. Look, Tonto, smoke signals.
Yes, Kemo Sabe. The Navajo warn of cavalry in the area.
Here? On the reservation? I wonder why.
That warrior was from the Mashomi tribe.
Yes, and obviously with a message.
It's from our old friend, Anakwa.
When the chief of the Mashomi asks for help, it must be serious.
I agree. Smoke signals, the cavalry, and now this?
Let's ride, Tonto. Hi-Yo Silver! Away!
That thieving renegade is up there with the rest of his tribe, Sergeant. I just know he is.
Yes, sir. You're probably right about that, Captain. Riders coming.
What's the trouble, Captain?
Well, we meet again, whoever you are behind that mask.
Sir,
He's called the Lone Ranger.
Well, sir, in spite of your very fine reputation, you're not needed here.
Possibly, but my friend Tonto...
This is the Navajo reservation. I am an honorary deputy sheriff of the Moshomi tribe. What concerns them concerns me.
Really? Well then, there's an escaped prisoner up there, a thief called Okati. I want him brought down.
He is the one who stole the candy, right?
The same, and that, sir, was against the law.
Captain, you and your men being on this reservation is against the law. I have the authority to ask you to leave.
Oh? And if I refuse?
Under the terms of the peace treaty, I will order you to leave.
Not without that prisoner.
Captain, Okati is the son of Anakwa, chief of the Moshomis.
Your being here could be mistaken as an act of war. Would you accept such a responsibility?
Place this man under guard. While you, Lone Ranger, see that justice is done by bringing Okati to me. And if you fail, the responsibility will lie on your shoulder.
You leave me no choice, Captain. A minor incident, unlawful I admit, has now been turned into an explosive situation, Captain. For your sake, wish me success. Io Silver! Away!
Now, we'll wait and see who gives in first. And I guarantee you, Sergeant, it won't be me.
Anakwa is grateful you have come, masked man. Where is Tonto?
Being held by the cavalry down there.
Why? And why are the soldiers even here? We are peaceful.
They want your son.
Come, my friend. The day ends. We will share fry bread and talk. We have much to learn from each other.
Then, you are saying you have not seen Okati? That he has not returned?
Not since he left. That was 8 months ago. Foolish youth. The rules of his people, of his own father, they were too strict for him. He took his belongings and his new bride north to the mountains.
Hardly a suitable place for anyone, especially with winter coming soon.
I tried to tell him. He would not listen. A new life, he said, for the young. And now, he steals candy like a child. His wild and foolish ways. When will he learn that he cannot face life alone? Find my son, old friend, and his wife. Set this matter straight before the peace is broken.
You have my word, but first I must free Tonto.
I will send warriors to help you.
No, that would be an act of war. Have patience. The iron-willed cavalry captain must be taught a lesson to honor the laws of all.
I trust that my son will learn the same lesson and also honor the law.
You look no worse for wear.
My arms are a little stiff.
But not too stiff for a long ride, I hope. Anakwa said Okati left the tribe, moved north to the mountains with his bride.
Bride? No wonder I didn't recognize him at the fort. He was, what, 11, 12 when we last saw him?
About. Now we must find him before the cavalry does.
Let's go!
The rest of you, keep a sharp eye on those Navajos up there. Those men must be captured. Do you understand? Captured.
Yes, sir. Detail! Ho-ho! Ho-ho! Don't nobody move fast across country like this. We'll catch 'em, but the men and horses have to rest, sir.
riding hard like we've been doing.
Very well. 5 minutes, that's all.
5? Yes, sir. 5 minutes. Dismount!
Well, it won't be long now.
I found something over here.
It means nothing, other than the circle.
Which would indicate Okati.
Yes, but the sign in the center, pointing west. Then, again...
Look here! This sign points north.
Ah, Okati hopes the cavalry captain would follow the wrong one.
Yes, but Okati has a meaning behind all this. I think he actually wants us to catch him.
I was just thinking the same thing. When we do, you will have to arrest him. You know that.
Yes, I know that. And I also want to hear what he has to say for himself.
So will I.
What is that? It appears to be something shaped like a sailing vessel.
Shiprock, sir. The Navajos believe it's the remains of the boat that brought their ancestors to this land. Of course, it ain't nothing but a pile of rocks.
I find that rather interesting. I've always been curious about things historical. Take a break. I think I'll have a look.
Yes, sir. Dismount!
Easy, boy.
An arrowhead.
Possibly. Then again, it could be the symbol of a pine tree.
I think you're right, Kemo Sabe. A pine tree, pointing to the mountains, past Shiprock.
You've been a good horse, but you've lamed yourself. Go, run free! The spirits of Shiprock will heal you and lead you to water.
Oh, Silver! Whoa!
A cavalry officer's horse?
Where's your master, fella?
Help!
That sounded like the captain.
Help!
Our ropes. I'm going down there.
Right. Hold on! Help is coming!
More rope, Tonto! Tonto, I've got him! Pull!
Back! Back, Silver!
Faster! Get me out of here!
We're doing our best, Captain. Hold still.
Can't you do this a better way?
Just bear with it, Captain.
I suppose I should thank the two of you.
I did very little, but this man risked his life to save you.
Yes, well, I do thank you, but I must insist that you stop interfering in my business. That of capturing that prisoner.
The boy's father is an old friend, Captain. I have given my word to help in any way that I can, to see justice done.
Oh? Well, in that case, you won't object to my seeing justice done, right? After all, the Book of Military Strategy states that a ruthless pursuit of the enemy is the only way to win.
And you go by the book, right?
Absolutely.
Then, good luck. Let's go, Tonto.
Wait! Stop! Come back! You!
Look, his horse went lame.
Yes, Kemo Sabe. Now Okati travels on foot. He certainly can't be far.
Water.
Okati!
I'm here. Water, please. You didn't remember me that day at the fort. I remembered you, both of you.
Yes, Okati. And do you also remember when you were a small boy? You used to take from your mother's jar of sweet honey without permission. Now candy, at your age. I'm sorry, but this badge is my authority to arrest you.
Just for taking a few gumdrops?
You must learn, Okati, that the smallest infraction of the law can lead to the most dire consequences, even stealing a few gumdrops.
But I didn't steal. I would have worked for the money, anything. That storekeeper frightened me. That's why I ran. It was just so important, that's all. My wife, Natana. She would have liked to have some gumdrops, especially at this time.
What is so important about this time?
Well, she's going to... There! That's her signal.
For what?
Why? For our baby. It is about to be born, didn't I tell you?
No, I think you left out that part.
Congratulations, Okati. But now we have another problem.
True. If we can see that smoke, so can the cavalry.
Well, what are we waiting for? Natana! Natana!
You come back!
Nothing could keep me. Nothing would stop Okati from being with his wife, especially now.
I'm so glad you're here. What is that?
It is nothing for you to worry about.
So, Captain, we meet again.
I'm here to do my duty. Don't try to stop me. Now, I want this to be as peaceful as possible. Is that understood?
And I want you off this land. You are not welcome here.
Place him under guard. Who is that?
His wife.
Oh, then we'll take them both. Perhaps Okati will then be more cooperative. Sergeant?
Your men will have to take us first.
We will not allow them in there.
Allow? You will not allow? Sergeant, do your duty. Take them all.
I told you, Sergeant, you'll have to go through us.
Forward, I say. Well, did you hear me? Now, what in the world is that?
The cry of new life, Captain.
And that, Captain, is why it was so necessary for Okati to free himself and return here.
Behold! A boy child, Noachi, son of Okati, grandson of Anakwa, chief of the Mashomi.
Apparently, Captain, Okati's wife has a fondness for gumdrops. I'm sure a tribunal of your superiors would understand, even if you don't.
I never said that. You mean all this over... You were only trying to please your wife because of...
Yes?
Then why on earth didn't you say something?
Because he is a Navajo with much pride.
And there was little time. Of course, I suppose you were simply going by the book, following the rules. Right?
Well, of course I was.
Sometimes, Captain, the rules should be tempered with compassion.
Well, you did say this was an Indian matter. Perhaps it is. Perhaps we should leave it with Okati and his father, Mount him up, Sergeant, and move him out.
Detail! Prepare to mount! Mount! And put up! Put! Oh! Congratulations, Okati. A fine-looking boy. Someday, he will be a great chief.
Well, what do you say, Okati?
Am I still under arrest?
Well, as the learned captain said, I think I'll let your father decide that.
The winter comes early to this place. We never liked it anyhow. I say it is time to go home. It is good that you have returned, Okati, and that you, both of you, have brought me a fine grandson, of which I am proud. But what you did was wrong, to defy the ways of your people and your father.
I am sorry, Father. We have learned our lesson. We will never run away again.
Our son will grow up to honor the laws of all, as we do.
That is good. Thank you, my friends.
Thanks are not necessary, Anakwa. The wrong has been righted.
That's all that's important.
Io Silver! Away!
The Great Navajo Reservation is the largest of over 200 Indian reservations in America. Today, as in the past, each has its own form of government, upheld by tribal law enforcement officers. The American Indians are a proud people, sharing a proud land. Go, Scout!